Raw starts off with Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman pretty much says, you retired Brock Lesnar, but you woke up the beast. And then it cuts to a Brock Lesnar promo. He's like, I'm going to destroy you. Brock Lesnar is man enough to take a beating and be able to get back up. Is Obafemi able to? And I was like, oh, okay. Brock Lesnar says all that, and then Obafemi comes out. By the way, Brock is not there. That was a promo package. They probably wanted to make sure the audience heard Brock because it would have been Oba, who, Oba. You know, Obafemi comes out and he's like, it wasn't personal last time. It was only business. But 4F5s makes it personal. Last time I was just trying to beat the beast. This time I'm fighting to kill the beast. I was like, all right, Oba, let's go, Oba. I love me some Oba. Um, so this was a really, really good start. Oba's always great. Just keep pushing him, man. Keep it going. Um, yeah, I'm quite interested to see how it goes. I'm kind of expecting like a Braun Breaker versus Oba Femi thing because it's Paul Heyman guy versus that. I kind of want Oba to put his hands on Paul Heyman and then Braun Breaker come out. Braun Breaker versus Oba. Go ahead and launch that. But they probably will be like, that should be a SummerSlam or Royal Rumble match. All right, fair enough. Then we had this shocked me. Penta comes out and they're like, he has a match. And I was like, what? And they're like, he has a match against Javon Evans. Huh? It was a great match. It was a great match. Penta's on a run. He is having a great Intercontinental title match. I love watching Penta, and it's so cool because he was awesome in Lucha Underground. He was awesome in AEW. Penta was awesome in TNA. He has the look, and he's just translated heavily to WWE. He has been awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Javon Evans looked awesome here too. He kind of was a bit more serious. He wasn't smiling. He wasn't all happy-go-lucky. So I really like that side of Javon. So it was like, but I liked both of this. I did like this. I like Javon being happy and stuff. He's like the young kid living his dream, so he should be happy. It just makes sense. And then there was a promo where Austin Theory's like, well, I guess I have to give up this championship because Logan Paul got hurt. He tore his tricep. And Paul was like, no, 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 no. In the contract, it says the Vision. In the contract, it says the Vision defends the titles. So you're good. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go attack anybody who is against Logan Paul. And in my head, I'm picturing that photo of the dude holding the dog by the collar, and he's like, he's trying to gas it up. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. That's it would have felt. Joe Henry was singing, Paul, can we fire Logan Paul? Off there, bam, bam, bam. I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Fair enough. Then we had Bailey and Lyra Valkyria versus Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. This is a great match. Very, very good. Um, I I feel like I've seen this match several times recently. That's the problem. But it was good. I'm a little scared Lyra might have gotten hurt. She landed on her knee and she was kind of limping at the end of the match. And I saw a dude on Twitter. He's like, "Oh no, she hurt her arm." Nah, Roxanne's working it. It's fine. It's sell. And they went, "Oh no, her legs hurt." Yeah, yeah. That leg. I hope she's okay. I do hope she's okay. Then LA Knight comes out. He said, Jimmy and Jay used to be on my side, but this is a different one. They're the bloodline now, and I don't like the bloodline. Essentially, what happened, and then yeah, Jimmy pretty much warns LA Knight to stay out of bloodline business. I was like, okay. And LA Knight claims he's gonna win the King of the Ring, so we shall see. Then we had Seth Rollins versus Montez Ford, and I like this match, but Montez Ford seems like he was going way slower than he usually does, like way slower than he usually wrestles. He usually wrestles a lot faster, and he's kind of wrestling like slowish. And I was like, what are you? What? It was a really good match. I like Montez Ford. His frog splash is great. He only lost due to a miscalculation, but I thought that was cool. And after the match, Angelo Dawkins gets beat up by Austin Theory with a chair, same as Joe Hendry did earlier in the night. And Montez Ford finally agrees to work with Seth Rollins after a fight. See, this is the thing about wrestling. It's so easy to tell a story. Oh, these people don't like each other? Have them fight it out. It's that easy. It made sense. It worked. I was like, okay, yeah, sick. Then we had Rey Mysterio versus Rusev for the number one contender for Intercontinental. It was a fine match. Rey's sick. He's like 50 something. How old is Rey Mysterio? How how old Rey Mysterio? He is 51 and he is moving better than he has in a while. He's been moving great. But he has gotten hurt a lot recently. But man, he's so cool. He's so cool. Love some Rey Mysterio. Um, and after the match, Rey Mysterio does a roll up on Rusev. They start beating up on Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee returns. So about 12 days ago, Dragon Lee texted out on Twitter 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. And people are like, oh, his contract's up. No. He was just injured, and he has returned. I love Dragon Lee. I think Dragon Lee's awesome. He's probably one of the best wrestlers in WWE. He's pretty high up there. He's definitely top 10 probably for me. But he's up there. I really like some Dragon Lee. So it was cool to see him back. Him saving Rey Mysterio was pretty cool too. Then we had Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu. Said whoever wins has to acknowledge the other one. And Jacob Fatu said, I commend you for everything you did to get us here. But your way of leadership, it's not going to carry no more. My way is going to take us even further beyond what we were. When I'm the tribal chief, everything's going to happen. And Roman Reigns said, well, when I win, you will serve under me. And Jake Fatu said, well, this is a win-win. No matter what, I still have my job. No matter what. I kind of mixed up. I flipped the thing there. This is a good Raw. This is a good Raw. I'm not going to lie. I went into the Raw where I was like, oh. Because last week's I didn't really enjoy all that much. But I enjoyed this one. And that's something about WWE. Usually when AEW does a pay-per-view, that next Raw is usually pretty good. And I enjoyed this Raw. I did indeed enjoy it. Highlights of Penta Javon. Montez Ford Seth was good. It was shorter than I'd like, but it was still a good match. Um, Dragon Lee returning. Um, it was a good Raw. I'm excited for the tribal combat. I'll see how that goes, and I'm very interested to see what happens afterwards too. Very interested to see what happens next after that. But I did really enjoy the Raw. I thought the Raw was very good. Um, yeah, it's not my favorite Raw of the year, but I definitely thought it was a lot better than last week's. That's for sure. For sure.